Have you ever heard people talk about options trading and thought that sounds too complicated for me? Trust me, I felt exactly the same way. When I first started learning about options, I was completely overwhelmed by all the terminology: calls, puts, premiums, strike price, expiration dates. It felt like learning a new language. But the more I studied, the more I realized that the basic concept of option is actually much simpler than I originally thought. In this video, I want to explain options the way I wish someone had explained them to me when I was starting out. Hi everyone, I'm JD and welcome back to JD's trading journey. I am a school teacher documenting my real journey in learning options trading, and today I'm going to share my beginner friendly explanation of what options are and how they work. Now, before we begin, this is not a financial advice. I'm simply sharing what I've learned as a beginner trying to understand options trading. Let's start and with the simplest definition I can think of. An option is a contract. That's it. At its core, an option is simply a contract between two parties. The contract gives someone the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell a stock at a specific price before a certain date. I know that sounds, technical, so let's make it easier. Think of an option like a reservation. Imagine you are interested in buying a house. The house is selling for like 300,000 today, but you're not ready to buy it. Okay, so you think the house might be worth more in the future, so you pay a small fee to reserve the right to buy it at today's price for the next few months. So if the value of the house goes up, your reservation becomes valuable because you can still buy at a lower agreed price. And if the value doesn't go up, you can simply walk away and lose any reservation fee. That's similar to how options work. Now, let's talk about the two main types of options: calls and puts. A call option generally benefits when a stock goes up. A put option generally benefits when a stock goes down. When I first learned this, it helped me remember this way. So, call equals bullish, put equals bearish. Of course, there's more to it than that, but that's a simple starting point. And let's talk about something called a premium. A premium is the price you pay for the option contract. Think of it as a reservation fee. If you want the right to buy or sell shares through an option contract, you have to pay a premium. A premium is the maximum amount a buyer can lose. This was one of the first concepts that started making sense to me as a beginner. And the next is the strike price. The strike price is simply the price listed in the contract. It is the agreed upon price where the stock can potentially be bought or sold. Again, don't worry too much about the details right now. Just remember, premium equals cost. Strike price equals contract price. So, and now let's talk about expiration. Every option has an expiration. Unlike stocks, options don't last forever. At some point, the contract expires. This was one of the biggest differences I had to understand when transitioning from stock investing to options. When I buy a stock, I can hold it for years. But when I buy an option, time becomes an important factor. And that's why many beginners hear traders talk about time decay. So the closer an option gets to expiration, the more important time becomes. Now let's hear something about completely changed how I look at options. I originally thought options were only used for risky speculation. But as I continued learning, I discovered that many investors use the options as tools. Some use options to generate income. Some use options to potentially buy stocks at lower prices. Others use options to manage risk. The realization helped me understand that options aren't automatically good or bad. They're simply tools. Like any tool, the results depend on how they are used. As a beginner, I think the most important thing is not trying to learn everything at once. That's a mistake I made. I wanted to understand every strategy immediately, like covered calls, cash secure puts, spreads, iron condors. The list goes on and on. So, looking back, I should have focused on mastering the basics first. Understand what the call is, understand what a put is, understand premiums, understand the strike price, then build from there. And that's exactly what I am doing now on my own journey. And honestly, I'm still learning every day. So if you are feeling confused by options trading right now, don't worry, you're not alone. Every experienced trader was once a beginner. Every expert was once confused. And the key is to keep learning one concept at a time. Because the more you learn, the more those complicated terms start to make sense. So, thank you for joining me on this journey. In future videos, I'll be sharing what I've learned about cash secured puts, covered calls, the wheel strategy, and other beginner friendly options concepts. So, if you would like to follow my journey as a school teacher learning options trading, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what part of options trading confuses you the most. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. So until next time, let's continue to learn, trade, and grow together.